Good morning, Blair Bears. Good afternoon, Blair Bears. Good evening, Blair Bears. What's up, interplanetary Blair Bears? I'm so excited for you guys to hear this week's episode with my dear friend, comedian extraordinaire, Laura Peak. We have a great time. We get, through all the spectrum of deep into the depths while also laughing our asses off. The same quality spectrum that you guys have come to know and love, no pun intended. Oh my gosh, I'm outside in my parents' backyard and you can hear the birds singing. Isn't that excellent? These are things you appreciate as you get older. Anyways, I just wanted to remind you about a few things coming up. I have Grand Rapids, Michigan road dates. I'm so excited, and that will be next week, Thursday through Saturday, the March 26th through 28th at Dr. Grin's, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Get those tickets. Tell all your friends, I need this for my spirits, baby. Okay? Then, guess what? I have a huge surprise for any OG Blair Bear fans. And that is that Corinne Fisher and I will be doing a Nacho Bitches reunion show in New York City on April 9th. Thursday, 9:15 p.m. at New York Comedy Club Gramercy. We are reuniting for the first time in 10 years to do Nacho Bitches. I started that show with Corinne Fisher when I was a year into comedy, so it's going to be so much fun, and there's going to be really fun surprise guests, so you're going to want to make sure you get your tickets to that now. I will be coming back to Austin for Moon Tower Comedy Festival. That will be April 15th through the 18th, and then I will be coming to Indianapolis Helium May 22nd through the 24th. And huge, I need you all to come in Los Angeles. My Netflix is a Joke show, May 5th at the Hollywood Improv, 7 p.m. I love you guys so much. Please get your tickets early. Nicest thing you can do for a comedian. The tickets is so stressful. Making sure those are sold before you show up to perform your craft. And also, I just want to say a special shout out to all the sweet messages that you guys have given me, especially supporting me about my brother. We just crossed the threshold of the 1-year anniversary. I got to spend it with my family. We're just missing him so badly, but yeah, getting through it together. Life is crazy. That's all you can do. And I'm so grateful for you guys, for comedy, for the life that you guys give me, supporting me. And I need to get these podcast numbers up. Please spread the word. Give those reviews. It takes 1 second to give a review, 5-star review on Apple Reviews, Spotify, podcasts, share that YouTube, all you can do. I appreciate it all so much. You have no idea. I hope you guys have a really good week, and I just want to send you a lot of love. And oh my God, there's a crow. There's a crow squawking. I wonder if that was my brother. You know that he was nicknamed Bird? Wow, I tell you guys a lot. Anyways, I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you. And life is about all the beauty and the pain. So soak up all the good and band together with your loved ones to get through the bad. I love you. God bless. Enjoy this episode. It was so much fun. Okay, bye.
Oh, what's up, Blair Bears? We're here with another incredible episode of Spaced Out with Blair Socci. It is my privilege to be back with you guys today, and do I have a motherfucking treat for you. Oh my God. One of my cutest, best, funniest girlfriends. So thrilled to have her here in the studio. Comedian, fantastic extraordinaire, Miss Laura Peak. Laura! No, not Laura. Laura Peak.
Blair's the only person in Hollywood that says my name correctly and cares about it.
Oh my God. Well, I forget until you say it, and then I was like, oh, I'm not going to be one of those motherfuckers.
Well, that's the thing. It's like my parents spelled my name wrong.
Right.
They straight up just spelled it wrong. Laura is pronounced Laura. But
Right.
they're from the South and they're like Laura.
Right. Instead of like, okay, like Laura Bites.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
Laura typically pronounced
Yeah,
that way.
but you know what? I'm strong enough to get through a pump fake spelling. Okay? And so
I've been here before.
Yes, I can do this. Laura. Okay, so thanks again to the Blair Bears for listening off the top. I appreciate your reviews so much. They make me so happy. Keep those up on Apple and Spotify. Really helps the pod. Comment, subscribe, share, all of it. Get the word out. Let's get this going. Thank you, baby. A few stand-up dates I'd love you guys to know. My Netflix is a Joke Festival show will be at May 5th at the Hollywood Improv, 7 p.m. I'll also be at the Helium, Indianapolis, May 22nd through the 24th. Laura, how about you? Anything to promote?
I was just there. I do have something. I'm going to be at the Helium in Alpharetta, Georgia, Atlanta.
Hell yeah.
That's going to be a very fun weekend.
Yes.
And then I'm doing the Attic right after that, and then Zany Chicago, my favorite club in the world, April 30th through May 2nd.
This week's Freakout Fact of the Week. On November 9th, 2017, the Detroit Police Department experienced a profound failure in coordination that turned a routine sting into a chaotic street brawl. The mishap began when undercover officers from the 12th precinct set up shop at a local drug house, posing as dealers to entrap potential buyers. Unbeknownst to them, the customers who arrived were actually fellow undercover officers from the 11th district.
We're sending our best.
Yes.
Best and brightest out there.
I just love this because all I immediately pictured was the Spider-Man meme.
For you buying crack? You're selling crack.
Yeah. No, this is actually basically the plot of that new Matt Damon Ben Affleck movie. What's it called?
Yeah. I haven't seen, but I know what you're talking about.
I saw it. It was pretty good.
God, I will watch anything that those boys do.
Yeah.
I gotta say,
Happy for them.
I'm obsessed. I tweeted something the other day that I've been thinking about a lot. I'm obsessed with Ben Affleck. I think he's so hot and smart.
Oh, you love alcoholics?
I love, exactly.
Yeah.
M1, love them. But I made a tweet where it was like, he inserts into every single movie he does. I watched Argo for the first time, and I was like, we did not need this 4-minute scene in slow motion of you getting hammered and smoking cigarettes. Like you just want to show people that you know how to do that. But every time he does it, I go, this guy knows ball. This guy is actually, he's really bummed out, and he's drinking himself to sleep.
Method. Yeah.
I'm very impressed.
No,
by
I
it.
love that. He just is who he is. You know what? Another thing I love about him, he's married J-Lo, was engaged and married her again. They've divorced, and now he's pictured with her every
they're holding hands,
week kissing and stuff. And I'm like, relatable, King. Absolutely, totally get it.
They're gonna be like the first people, like famous people in their like 80s doing that.
I know.
Like, just be like, just marry her.
I love it. It's so great because I'm like, oh yeah, that's the truth. Okay, so I did like that. Do you have a Freakout fact?
Okay, this is not a fact. I am learning how to take care of plants. And I've never done that in my entire life.
Okay.
And it's helping me mentally.
Oh, that's
I'm
great.
learning facts about plants. I don't know. I couldn't tell you a single one.
Oh.
But I'm like in our
But she
apartment.
wants us to know
that plants have facts.
Plants have facts. You heard it here first.
Plants have facts.
Which plants are you raising?
Carson is literally buying all of them for me. But they're all these big old ferns and big tall things. And we have so much light in this new apartment. That like every day I wake up, I'm like, you saw the video I sent you.
Yeah.
I'm in a little
I
jungle.
I gotta come over here. Like, we're literally so close.
I know you came and picked me up today. I think we're like a 3-minute walk from each other, probably.
3.
Which is crazy that we have today.
And also, you know what I've also found out, and you'll never know what block we're on. Don't even try
Don't even try it out.
That there are so many
comics.
people from the store that live on basically a block away from us.
Can I list them?
I've seen like 10.
Can I list them, or is that, or are they going to find out eventually where we live? I guess.
Oh, right. Maybe these boys talk about where they live on their
Maybe.
podcast.
Every single day on my walk, I go, it is actually making me feel less lonely as a human being, that I'm like, oh, I have a community. Like,
well, I just had no idea any of these people live there.
No, they're all within like a 3-block radius.
Yes, it's crazy.
One time I left, I'll say this. One time I left Willie Simon's apartment very late at night, and I was like, we had been drinking and hanging out, and I was like, okay. He was like, hey, I'll give you a ride home. I was like, no. And I was like, I think I'm pretty close. I had just moved into our place. I stepped out of the door. I was 600 feet away.
I'll give you a ride home. Okay, what's your favorite thing about being a woman?
Oh my God, other women.
Yes.
Easy peasy.
That's what I always say.
Relationships with other women.
Yeah, it's the best.
And it takes you, like, I don't know how long it took you. You were raised in Orange County. I was not raised, no, I mean, and I have a lovely mother and all that stuff.
It
But
was also a different time when we were young.
I was not conditioned by
Right.
society, family, whatever, to love other women as much as I
Right.
do. And finding that out in your like 20s, where you're like, are these the only friendships I want to have? They're so They have so much depth of feeling and
Yeah.
emotion. They're so.
I say this all the time.
It's so empathetic. It's so kind. It's so sweet. I feel so held by all these people.
Well, that's why like men, I think, struggle with like mental health and loneliness is because me and Rosebud always say like our girlfriends are our husband. Like, I mean, even if you have a husband.
No, increasingly,
yeah,
right?
because it's like in 1 hour with a girlfriend or even 10 minutes, we're talking about hopes, dreams, devastation,
Mental
like
health,
fears.
like what we have going on, our relationships, our like
anything.
really honest community. And it's like sometimes, especially in comedy, it's like people gossip a lot and all this stuff. And I'm always, when I'm talking to men, I'm like, this is gonna get back to somebody. I can tell any woman anything. I go, she's a steel trap.
Yeah.
I'm like, I really trust her. If whatever, not every woman
Not
on the planet, but not of course.
Yeah.
But like my people, I'm like, we're little lock boxes for each other. It's crazy.
No, I will never tell if someone tells me to not tell something.
I am. That is one characteristic. I have a lot of flaws. I do. If you tell me something, I am not.
Same with
And
me.
say, please don't repeat that. I'm taking
Italian.
it to my grave.
Snitch.
I'm taking it to my grave. Hell yeah.
Okay, what's your skincare routine like?
Fun. I was just thinking. I was looking at you, being like, "Oh, your skin is so beautiful."
You're so nice. You always tell me that, and it makes me feel really good.
It is. It's gorgeous.
So is yours.
I have gotten so into it. And
it happens.
It happens, and it's fun, and it's working.
Yes,
okay.
and it's also to me like self-adornment, kind of. It's like a practice of self. It's like a ritual.
It is, and we all struggle with the like, am I doing this for the male gaze thing? I think about it all the time. And then at the end of the day, I'm like, no, I feel amazing when my skin looks beautiful, and I feel healthy, and it makes me look good.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna spend $1 billion on it until I'm dead.
I know. Same.
So wake up, have washed the night before. Don't do a full wash again.
Oh.
Wake up. Maybe toner if I feel like I need it or if I slept weird.
What toners are you using?
I use
like
that,
a milky or
no, I'm using that natural brand. What is it? Thayer's.
Oh, Thayer's, yeah.
And then I am doing Ole Henriksen vitamin C, which costs $1 trillion, but I've been using it for years, and I see the results.
Vitamin C is clutch
So
for
clutch.
like antioxidation, for free radicals, environmental toxins, protects your skin. Also magnifies the efficacy of your sunscreen
And your retinol, right? Is that true? No.
I don't know about the retinol, but it also gets rid of discoloration and dark spots.
It does. So that's what I really struggled with. I used to pick at my face like a psychopath because I've get in there. And I'm like, I've seen color correction.
Yes.
Crazy town.
Yeah.
Like, it is wild.
Right.
Okay, so start with that. And then I got this new moisturizer, and I don't like the way it interacts with my sunscreen, so I need to change one of them. Mm-hmm. So I've not really been doing moisturizer in the morning. I've been doing vitamin C and my Elta tinted sunscreen.
Oh yeah, people love that one.
I know.
It irritates my skin, but
Does it really?
But it's the dermatologist's fave.
It is. And when I moved here, I was at a party, and it was like one of my friends was talking to a girl, and she had like gorgeous skin. And he asked her what she was using, and he was like, all of the hot girls in LA are using Elta. And I go, well, I'll buy it then.
No, people love it.
That's all I needed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Don't worry.
oh my God.
Totally fine. Don't worry.
And then, wait. And then nighttime, I do toner. I wash with Cetaphil. Been using the milky Cetaphil for years.
The cum wash.
The cum wash. Works like a
Cetaphil,
charm.
unfortunately, sorry mom if you hear this, but Cetaphil, very well loved product, reliable, looks exactly like cum.
Cummy.
Not that I've ever seen cum.
No, she's never seen cum.
I've never seen cum
Famously,
'cause I'm not
never
married
touched
like
a person.
Laura.
Exactly, and that's the only cum I've ever seen.
Right.
Is my husband's cum.
Right.
I love it.
Shout out Carson.
I love the cum wash.
Carson's cum wash. Love that Cetaphil
And
cum
then I
wash.
go and use some Cetaphil.
Yeah,
Just
no,
kidding.
I bet the Cetaphil is probably going to reach out after this
I
podcast.
hope so. They're like, we are
begging to sponsor me. Cetaphil. It's a great cum wash.
Cetaphil. You got cum dollars.
Yeah. You want cum in your hand? Cetaphil.
I've been using Inky List, and I don't think it's strong enough.
It's a great brand.
Is it good? Because it's so cheap that I'm like, am I missing something?
No, but this is what I talk about all the time on this podcast is that all of these great brands, a lot of them are owned by really fancy brands.
Right.
And so they just want both shares of the market of the affordable skincare and the expensive skincare. So a lot of the formulations are exactly the same.
Are you using tretinoin or retinol?
So
And
right
what's the
now,
difference?
I am using Naturium, which is one of my favorite over-the-counter affordable beauty brands. That and Prequel and Bioma I like. And they all have incredibly like scientific formulations that are all like very up to date. And I'm using their retinol, which retinol, retinal is like slightly above over-the-counter retinol.
Okay.
It's like a level above. What my whole thing is, I have very sensitive dry skin, and so I worked up to using it every night. Then I like gone, and I might like after this one bump up to 0.25. But
is that just the difference? Is the intensity just the that's the difference between retinol and retinol? Okay, got it. That's just prescribed retinol.
It's prescription.
The fact that I've been combing the internet for the answer to that question, and I'm like, what the f are these people saying? I couldn't figure it out.
I think that using it every day versus like harsh once a week is better.
I agree, because this is a very light formulation. I think it's like whatever the Inculus.
And it takes a while even to build up. For me, it took a long time to build up even with the over-the-counter. I have sensitive skin.
I did that for years. And now I've been on the Inculus for a while, and I do their retinol under eye and their retinol just serum.
Oh, great.
And I do that nightly.
Yeah, Inculus is a good brand.
I really like that.
Yeah.
And it's literally like $13.
No, it's really affordable.
I'm like, I can literally see the difference. I'm like, if it was total snake oil, then I would be revisiting if I want to spend this much money on this stuff. But I'm like, I went to another vitamin C for a while. I was like, it's not good. I want my $58 vitamin C.
Well, like the SkinCeuticals one, which is like the considered, the best one on the market. No, the vitamin C with the ferulic acid, and it's like almost $200. And their patent expired, and Elf created the exact same formula. So that's the one I'm using right now.
No, stop.
Yeah.
Wait, you have to, oh my God, you have to DM me that because,
I will.
send it to me right now. But I walked into Sephora and I had been using Drunk Elephant moisturizer for forever. But I walked in and this man comes up to me out of nowhere. I'm not even looking for, I'm not even really looking for moisturizer. He comes up to me out of nowhere. He goes, your skin's really dry. And I go, okay.
Great. Like, that's like when you're at the nail salon, they're like, you want your mustache wax? And I'm like, you just ruined my day, bitch. Like, did you have to say that?
Being
like,
an asshole.
I just asked for a manicure. If I wanted my motherfucking mustache wax, I would have asked you. You could that's the manners.
You come in, they go, you're not pooping enough.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Yeah. God,
you're
Jesus
bloated
Christ.
as hell.
You're like negging me into buying shit.
And I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll pay for it.
Not me. I'd be like, what'd you say to me, bitch? You're not getting a sale from me. Yeah.
But this guy walks up to me and he goes, your skin's really dry. And he goes, you're using Drunk Elephant? And I go, yeah. He goes, that's not enough for you. That's not what you need. And so he is insulting me to my face.
Right.
And then he goes, let me show you something. And he turns on his heel to take me to what is now my favorite moisturizer I've ever used, unfortunately. But he turns on his heel. And Blair, I hope this doesn't sound so mean, but I go, he had legit the most ridiculous BBL I've ever seen. This
guy
man
has a lot of gall.
with this bananas
I love
butt
that
lift.
he had a BBL though.
It's like, your skin looks dry, bitch. And
yeah,
he just
and then twerked his ass over to the new moisturizer that you needed. So what is the one that he led you to,
it's
Mr.
Tula.
BBL?
Have you heard of Tula brand?
Tula's good.
It's great, and it's their like super thick one.
Yeah.
But it is so thick, and sometimes it gets like pilly on my skin.
I know.
Which is annoying, and I don't know what to do about it because it does work.
You know that this is my number one product.
Oh, it's my holy grail too. It's my holy grail.
Because when I remember when you asked me and I first told you, and then you started doing it, and you were like, I do it now too, and because people think it's crazy, and then you were the first one to tell me that it was called slugging. You know, I've been doing it for like 30 years.
You invented slugging and you don't know what it's called.
But I used to have a joke about it. About how I like to look like I'm covered in amniotic fluid at all times.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
But like, I actually think that moisturizer, controversially, is the least important thing for high end. But if you have one you like it. Right now, I'm using actually the dispenser of the La Roche-Posay triple action, like very thick cream, and I just put it on my face and body. And I always put Aquaphor on as my last step of everything, even after my sunscreen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're doing daytime?
I put Aquaphor on underneath my makeup to even every makeup artist dismay, which are like, literally, that's the worst thing you could do.
Well, but see, that's the thing. If it was like, because after you recommended it to me, I've recommended it to some people, and they're like, dude, it made me break out horribly. I'm like, I'm sorry, girlie. It works. Sorry, girlie. It works really well for me. It looked like a little.
That's the thing. It doesn't work for everyone. It's just like it's a thing. It works for me.
I posted. I look like a giraffe that just fell out of its mom.
Yes. What makes you feel alive?
Unfortunately, doing stand-up comedy makes me feel very alive.
That's great.
Writing makes me feel very alive.
I should hope that the thing you've devoted your life to.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my God, like saying it like it's cringe.
And also,
it's like,
many people can't say that their job.
That's so true. I had a moment, like I was in front of like kind of a bad crowd last night, and I had a moment where I like was really silly and was just like going off the cuff and said something that made them like laugh really, really hard. And I was like, you're good at this, and I'm glad you're good at it, and you should keep doing it.
Yeah.
That makes me really happy. My mother makes me very happy.
Aww,
and my
I love
sweet
that.
husband. And being outside in the sunshine and exercise have been making me very happy recently.
Oh my God, it's happening to you.
Also drinking copious amounts of alcohol.
What's your favorite drink?
It's a true alcoholics beverage. I drink Hendrix and soda, gin and soda. That's been my drink for years and years.
To me, that is like the most chic thing I've ever heard.
Listen, Hendrix and soda and a lime.
Oh my God, you're a madman bitch.
I'll go to other bars because I drink at clubs almost exclusively. Like I don't pay, you know what I mean? I tip bartenders at comedy clubs for drinks. I rarely drink out on the town.
Yeah, because we're never out.
I'm literally doing comedy every night.
Yeah.
And I'll order it out and I'll hear myself say it and be like, it is kind of like cunty. Like
no, I think that is such a chic drink as your signature drink. Mine is Aperol Spritz. Like
we have had many Aperol Spritzes together.
When I show up at the store, it's my favorite thing. They just make it without me asking.
I know. Isn't that the coolest feeling in the world?
No, it is the best feeling in the world. I love those guys.
Yeah.
Shout out Hart. Shout out Vinny. Shout out
Lucas.
Riggsy.
Everybody. Amy.
Lucas. Riggsy. Yeah. What's a weird ritual that you have?
Okay, my like exercise ritual really I appreciate a lot because I'm a little slut for a podcast. I talked about this on something recently.
She's
but I'm
a little slut for a podcast.
I love a podcast. And it's because I can't, I finally got to the bottom of it. I was talking to Devin Walker on his podcast about this, but I finally got to the bottom about it, of it where I'm like, my mind races so much and is so unpleasant so much of the time that I'm like, music isn't doing it. It's not cutting it fully. I want to hear people talking to each other. Yes, I like to hear I like people a lot. And I like to hear them talk. So my like exercise routine is like, I'll sit there and like sift through what I want to see. I've got some Patreon. I've got some, but I'll find something I really want.
You're supporting,
and I'll start it and I'll put my little cans on in my home. I'll put my cans on. I put my cans on.
She put those double canned up, baby.
And I do like 20 minutes of cleaning in my house.
Oh,
and
that's
like, I'm gonna pick up after myself for a minute. I do a chore or two, and then I'm like, and now we're going outside, and I'm gonna walk straight uphill for an hour.
So exercise, podcast. So are you mostly listening to comedy podcasts? That's hysterical.
I'm a sick little freak.
You are. What else?
I'm gonna start listening to this one. I'm sorry I haven't yet.
Oh, you don't have to.
I can't.
What non-comedy podcast? Because I keep listening to these political ones, I'm like, why do I keep doing this to myself?
Well, that's
I feel like after.
If I have gotten my headspace to the right place, and actually not even, I listen to the Majority Report every day.
I listen to the Daily and Pod Save America, and then I'm like, I feel horrible now.
I know, it's always bad. Majority Report is even sadder because these people are like leftist, and it's like, they're like, yeah, we're in hell. They're very funny, and I think that helps.
I know these people are like funny and they're like doing important work, but I'm like, I'm like locked in. I'm addicted to the news cycle.
Me too. Yeah. Because it is so terrible, and you know it's so terrible, but it's also a way out of your own head for a minute, and then you're like, okay, now I'm out of my head and in the world, and it's the scariest place I've ever been.
Right.
Yeah, that's really freaking me out.
Do you believe in God?
I don't think I do.
Oh.
Which is I'm starting to think about my mortality and I'm like, what's going to happen? You know what I mean? I'm very scared of death, but I am not inclined towards God.
Really?
I have never been. What's your God?
Well, it's had, as you know, as Rosebud calls me, a seeker.
You are a seeker. That makes sense to me.
I've had many iterations, raised Catholic. Like, I've since come to know, since I learned that I had OCD, like in the last year, that was the genesis of it. And I also didn't know I was autistic, so I took every word literally.
Yeah.
And I literally remember going to my mom, and we were such a big sports family. And we're not a religious family, but we were put in catechism in all the classes and the confirmation, all that stuff as like Italian proxy, you know?
Yeah.
Culturally Catholic.
Yeah.
But for me, the way I took everything 1,000% literally, I was like, there's no way that they don't mean, why would they not mean this?
And in Catholic church, dangerous thing.
6 years old, I'm going up to my mom and being like, we cannot go to Little League on Sunday or else we will all burn in hell. What the hell are you thinking? Have you not read the word of God? Do you not care about us ascending and you want us to go down with Satan?
Funny. That's
Judas?
I mean, that is unfortunately that like Louis joke that's unbelievable. Where he's like, if you really think that abortion is like killing babies, then you're not mad enough.
Right.
Like you should be losing your mind
I've
about
never
this.
heard that joke.
It makes total sense. Like if that is real, then oh my God, you should never have a moment's peace.
Can I tell you something?
Yes.
I've never seen Louis C.K.'s comedy. I didn't see a comedy show for real. I didn't see a comedy show until I was 25. I had never even seen a comedy special. I had never even seen a comedy special before that. Like
this is what I love. This is pure of heart. This is truly pure of heart.
There's so many people, and like even people I know where like I see them all the time, and it's just like I've never seen their set. Yeah,
I don't know what you're doing up there.
There's so many people's comedy I haven't seen, and I remember people always being like and it was a compliment. I'd be like, thanks, because I was a writer first, but they would be like, I've never seen anyone like you. And I was like, I guess it's because I had zero reference.
I am not doing an impression of anybody up there, dude. You're so right, because when you start, if you consume a lot of comedy, you go through a phase where you're like, okay, I'm doing somebody else.
Right.
And
No, it never happened to me.
I've never seen a frame of a comedy special, so of course I'm not.
I went through a couple years where I was a full atheist. I was reading Christopher Hitchens, dating some freak.
Yeah, I'm not there. Just sorry to cut you off. I'm not there. I
was young.
Yeah.
And then like I remember when I was doing the alcohol adjacent program. Yeah,
I've been to a few of those.
I was trying not to say.
Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad. Now name everybody you were in there.
I was like very into the program, and especially during the pandemic when we were in lockdown and I was doing Zoom meetings. And for 1 year, I asked everyone how they got to know their higher power, because I couldn't understand it. I was like, I didn't understand who God was. And then my first inkling notion, I was like, oh, God is community. I was like, oh, it's like these people in this room are God. And then when I finally it was so hard for me. I think because my brain is so linear.
Yeah, and like analytical and literal that you're like, I need to attach it to something.
I was just like, I don't understand, and I can't fake believe or whatever. And it really evolved over a long time from like learning it's not a man in the sky at all to me.
Of course not. Yes.
And now I'm at it's like the divine loving intelligence of the universe.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'm like, I have been trying to
It's
define it for
love,
myself.
yeah.
Yeah, it is. I've been thinking about this a lot where I'm like, when I'm like in darkest kind of days, if they are like really, really bad mental health, I've always wondered if I like people so much because of my like addictions. Am I social because I want to be wasted, or am I social because people make me feel good? And like, am I social so I can escape my own mind?
You can connect, yeah.
Yes. But I've learned recently, I spent like 3 weeks in New York. There were moments where I was like, the micro human interactions that you have in a city that large, and how just effortlessly and constantly you like observe and feel connected to other people. I realized on like a massive scale when I was there, I was like, this is all I like. I like other people. I like the feeling of being in community, of understanding one another, of speaking to one another. I'm like, that is probably God to me. Like other people are my God. Like if I'm taking God to mean like my purpose or like what makes me feel alive or like what makes me feel normal in the world, then it's just like being around other human beings. And not even people I love and know, like just other people.
My journey to know God really became like my journey to know myself, because as like a hardcore athlete, like highly achieving academic person my whole life, like I didn't realize that unconsciously and I think it's very normal and a lot of people are like this, that my self-esteem and self-worth was based on all like outward achievement,
not coming from inside of you.
Yes. And when I finally learned and rooted into, and it's still an ongoing process of like, oh no, I'm worthy because I exist.
Yeah,
like God created me. Like the divine intelligence, the magic of whatever created like butterflies in the ocean and whatever.
Also made you.
Yes.
Yeah.
The stars,
Also took the time to make my brain and body. Yeah, that's crazy. That's so cool. That does hearten me a lot. I think that's the closest to. That's like one of the more beautiful understandings I've ever heard.
Yeah,
and I agree with it.
So then like, and then like when I started teaching breath work, which was so crazy because, you know, I did all those insane certifications because I love to learn. I have an insatiable thirst for knowledge.
Do you know that I took a breath work class of yours when I like first moved here? Do you remember that?
I forget.
We had probably met once, and I was losing
Did
my
you
mind
like
in the
it?
pandemic. I loved it. I loved it. It was
It's
very
crazy.
helpful
I
to
wish
me.
I did it, but it's like for me, it's so physical that
I bet it's draining.
well, but I mean, like to do the class is really hard to like focus and do it. It's like going to the gym, and obviously you get so much out of it. But to make myself, I don't always feel like having an intense physical experience.
I think I was at my wit's end mentally at that time because it was during the pandemic, if I remember right, and I had like just moved here.
Yeah, that's how I started it, and I was like, I didn't even know your body could feel like this without drugs.
Yeah, it was very helpful to me because I had moved here and the pandemic hit like right away, and I was like, what did I just move away from my family for? And I was losing my mind, and I was like,
LA was locked down for 2 years.
So fully illegal for 2 years to do stand up.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And so I was like, I'll do anything to get out of my head and connect it to my body, and it was very helpful to me.
Oh,
you were great
at
it. I love you too.
And like I remember, I was like, I would read this thing, and I'd be like, your worth can never decrease or increase. And so that's something I'm always trying to remind myself. Nothing can decrease your worth, and nothing can increase it.
That's really hard for me to hear, and it's really true.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it's such a relief.
It's beautiful. No, it is.
Like to me, I was like, that's the biggest relief I could ever feel.
I mean, literally, like, it's hard for my brain, because my brain does the direct and total opposite all the time, that it's hard for me to hear something that sounds very, very true and believe it. Like, it's like all my data is like, you stupid. Like, it doesn't allow me that. But that sounds so true. It is so true.
Well, obviously, like, our mind, because, you know, they say, like, our soul or higher self is, like, we are the observer of the mind. Like, the person who's realizing, the spirit who's realizing that you're having a negative thought.
Yeah.
Who's, like, hears the negative thought and is like, oh, no, let's not go that way. That's actually who you are.
That's me. Yeah. That's my actual self.
Yeah, like a real, like, high self. And so when I like, try to always, like, and I just try to always, and it takes the pressure off everything. Because it's like, all I have to do is try my best and try to be the person that I want to be. But I don't have to freak out over an audition because I already am my most, like, worthy self. So I can just, like, let it, you know?
It gets reshared all the time, and I love that she always has resurgence, but it's that Mary Oliver poems, like,
I love it.
Walk on your knees, repenting.
Yes.
So just let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. You don't have to just spend your life apologizing and flagellating and whipping yourself for everything all the time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a good day after this.
Of course you are, bitch. Okay, what makes you feel the funniest?
Riffing with my husband makes me feel the funniest.
That is about the cutest thing I've ever heard.
He's so good at riffing. He makes me laugh so hard. And when I can, like, because he has a very strange, very specific sense of humor, but it's universal. Like, I watch him, like, talk to my friends, and I'm like, he kills with everyone.
Yeah.
Because he's very, like, in tune with himself and respectful of other people.
Right.
So it's never at anybody's expense. It's not at his expense. He doesn't hate himself. It's like goofy and fun. So when I really get him, to be like, ooh, it makes me feel the funniest.
I love that.
He told me, you're going to love this. He told me something the other day, and I can't even remember what it was, but I think I, like, sort of accidentally said something, like, made a joke at somebody else's expense, like somebody else's physicality or something. It was like we saw a stranger, and it was like it wasn't.
I can hear your condemnation of yourself.
It was because
it
was like not what I intended to say,
right.
and I felt it come out, and he, like, did not laugh, he like looked at me, he goes, that was very unlike you. because he thought I was being cruel. And I started crying. I was like, that is the sweetest thing anyone has ever said to me, is that you heard me say something unkind and you were like, that's not who you are. I'm crying thinking about it. It was so nice.
Wait, that is so cute.
It was so nice. He was like, that was really unlike you. That's not how you talk about
Oh my
people.
God, that's what Rosebud says I do for her. She's like, you always tell me when I have food in my personality.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. I love that.
But wait, to say you feel your funniest around your husband when you're a stand-up comic is, like, truly the most romantic thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, that is so sweet.
It's true, and I love it.
I need to ask you about this. I couldn't wait to talk. And, you know, like, I do ask you these things because that, like, where I was, like, trying to learn what God was to me, I'm trying to learn what like, marriage would look like for me if I want it, if I'm capable of it.
Totally.
Because I have been untangling my relationship with men for, like, years. I have an innate fear of men that's not even, it's like in my nervous system, it's not even like what I believe in my mind.
You haven't decided on it.
Yeah,
it's literally biological.
Just from, like, all past trauma and stuff, even though I, like, work so diligently on it. And I do, like, I'm always, as I say to the Blair Bears, I'm always collecting examples of men that I think are good dudes and relationships that look like something that would be nice to be in.
Yeah.
And I like you always, the way that you talk about your husband and marriage and stuff is like, you just love it. And I'm like, what do I need to do? Give me some advice.
I'm trying to think about like
my younger, older sister.
I'm trying to yeah, it's like the one area I'm like, you guide me in every other way. I think what drives the like positivity and like just inherent peace and goodness of my relationship to him is that I admire his character.
Yeah.
So I admire his character. I am like, I really look up to the way that he moves around other people and like the impact he has on other people.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever like dated someone who I was like, oh, like their character elevates me, which is something that I need. And so I have this idea in my head that it's so rare. And then we're so busy. I'm obviously the most tired girl.
Yes.
Chronic fatigue.
Yes.
The face of chronic fatigue.
Well, and like, as we said at the very, very beginning, but like very protective of your time, very like, if I'm going to be this exhausted and be like entertaining strangers constantly, like I have to do stuff for myself. I need to be alone a lot. Like, yeah, that's very tough.
I saw my schedule for the next 2 weeks and my schedule the past week, and it scared me.
Yeah, it's frightening.
Like it's so busy. And so I'm just like, I at this point, I'm like, okay, God, like if you want me, if I'm meant to be with someone, then like you have to throw them in my path.
You've got to hand deliver them to me on my doorstep.
They have to be a train and you have to throw me in front of it because I don't have time to go like search for someone.
And I can't imagine, I know some people that do this, but I'm like, I literally would never, if I was in a position to like date, I would never be like, okay, I'm going to go on Hinge on the road or whatever. Like that sounds so exhausting. I think you're right. And I think that like the more you are this earnest as like a public figure and the more you're like, this is who I am. And I know it's weird to have like people respond to that in real time, but it's like that you're asking for it. Like you're putting it into the universe enough.
Yeah.
And being your actual self in front of a lot of people to be like, yeah, if it's happening, it's gonna have to happen to me.
Well, yeah, but it's like also I know and like I put a lot of energy into my relationships.
No, totally.
So if I am dating someone, like, it's not like I'm gonna be unavailable or whatever. Like I'll be into it.
Yeah.
But that takes a certain enough, like it's a real giving of myself. And I have thus far in my life given myself to people who did not know how to care for me.
Yes.
Or to hold like what the sensitivity or whatever that I have to offer. Like I do require like a certain amount of gentleness and like leadership from a dude.
A massive gentleman. That is what we're looking for. I know this to be true. We're looking for a big, burly, soft guy.
But like I do need them to have ironclad values. Like I want to admire them, and I do think you're right. Like that is what creates the longevity, and
it's the only thing. It is like the only thing. Like and I will say I know that it's like a very different vibe, but like I knew him as a friend before I knew him as a partner for like a very long time.
I would like that.
And it's so fun.
Was it scary to make the switch? Who had the crush first?
Well, I did. I was deeply in love with him.
For like a long time?
It was like over a year.
Wow.
And we would, during college, like we would date like other people, and respective girlfriends and boyfriends would like break up with us and be like, we know you're in love.
Oh yeah, you told me this, right.
And we would just be like, no, dude.
But you didn't know it yet.
I wasn't clocking it. Like I truly was just like, that's my guy. That's one of my best friends. I love him.
Wait, I love this.
It was really sweet. And then after like a breakup of mine, I like came to terms with it, and I was like, okay, I am like
Did you tell him when you were like wasted?
No, I kept it. I put it in my vows, I think, but I kept it a secret. And I told myself, I was like, I'm willing to not ever tell him this if it means that I can be his friend. Like his friendship was that important to me that I was like,
adore him
I'll
as
hold
a
on
person.
to this. I will deal with unrequited love for the rest of my life if it means that he will stay in my life.
Right.
And I had like truly committed to that. I was 22. I was like, I really am not gonna fuck this up. And then one night he got hammered and was like, I kind of feel like, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like it had been like a year and a half of me being like, please. Right. And then one night he was like,
but you never said it to him.
No, never.
But
never.
like you were telling him mentally.
I think so.
And again, we are all much more connected than we think.
It's
we
true.
can hear each other's thoughts without realizing it.
I was certainly conveying things to him, I'm sure. And he had just gone through a breakup, and he was like, I kind of feel like, and I had to act like I was like surprised by it. Whoa, that's
this out of nowhere, like whoa.
But you're actually. That's actually okay. You're like insanely confused.
You're like, wow, I hadn't thought of
crazy.
that.
I do remember that night I was like, I had gotten so dressed up for this party because I knew it was going to be there and I looked really hot.
That's so sweet.
I know, it was really cute. And then we immediately had sex and then we've been together ever since.
Wait, I love that.
It was really nice. But yeah, it's the admiration thing. Like you and I are very sort of, I think like our values are very similar.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think what you need is someone you legitimately admire. Like someone whose character you're like, damn, someone with a job that is decent, that like helps people, that you're, I love watching my girls talk to Carson. Yeah. Like how safe everyone feels around him. And it's like, it'll be like a party of like comic dudes and he'll just be like in the corner with like 6 women just like riffing.
It's so cool.
It's the coolest thing in the world. You need someone that good.
Okay, we love Carson, and the way that we are speaking about Carson, I do have to add him to the official approved straight man list.
Added to official approved straight man
I have a few other additions to the approved straight man list that I have to add while we're at it. I have to add Bad Bunny.
Congratulations, Bad Bunny. He is the moment. He is my everything.
I probably got into Bad Bunny a little late, like 2 years ago.
I literally got into him maybe 6 months ago.
Okay.
I was late.
Yeah, like I didn't know, but like, so he has what I call like the X factor, that the swag is off the charts, and he also has this sweetness to him where he just is trying to leave the world a better place than what's that?
Leave it. Break it till you make it. I know what you're trying to say, and I'm lost as well. He wants to leave the world a better place. Then he found it.
Teamwork. Whoa.
Space out.
Oh, my space out. No, we had to, oh my God, that was true teamwork. We had to rise together.
That's what female friendship's all about.
I could not have gotten there without you.
No, you're right. He is love. He is light.
He's so intentional, which is my favorite. I think I've also realized is one of my favorite qualities in a person. Yeah. Because like I am so intentional about everything, and I don't know like how many people are, and it's painful if you're an intentional person to like be in a relationship with someone who's not. Yeah. Like I remember everything. You do. I put everything on my calendar.
Blair is the first person to wish you a happy birthday. Yes. She's like very cognizant of it. Yes, it's very sweet. It's very cool.
You know, I got that all really increased when like I didn't follow anyone on Instagram for 5 years.
Right. Yeah. To protect yourself.
I wasn't seeing what everyone was up to all the time. And so I put everything on my calendar like, oh, this person like has this accomplishment on this day, or that, you know, like, yeah. And I just feel like he thinks so much about like how he can impact even in so many different ways.
Yes,
it's crazy.
Dude, there was this woman, this older Puerto Rican woman who I saw this video, and she was like listening to his music for the first time. She was probably like in her 80s. And she listened to, I can't remember what song it was, but she listened to like the first like 40 seconds of one of his songs, and she like paused and started weeping. And she was like, here's the style of dance that he's evoking here. Right. And I used to do this with my grandmother. And then he's switching up to this style. And it's like, to us, to people who don't speak Spanish, to people who are not like members of this culture, it's like, yeah, these are like great songs. They're all bangers. He is doing something so specific and like intricate for his community. Yeah. It rules. And it's complicated in a way that we'll never understand. And that's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
I have watched a lot of the TikTok breakdowns of the halftime show. After my night gummy, and after I have my pre-hour scroll before bed, that keeps me right awake. But yeah, I love his music. It's so much fun, and there's so much love. And I guess what it is like it really rallies people together.
Yeah. Oh, he's a unifier, and he's also the hottest thing that a man can do. And this is so much more common in like Latin culture than it is with men in America. But it's like men being physically affectionate with other men is the hottest thing that a man can do. Like,
oh, really?
And he's always like kissing his boys on the forehead and like hanging out. His guys' hands are.
I have never thought about that. By the way, that
rules.
Is so funny.
They're not afraid of being gay, being labeled gay. Like they're physically affectionate with one another. And I always watch him just be like, hugging other
yeah,
men.
and like the way he loves like old people and
children.
and then like he highlights, you know, famous institutions in like Brooklyn or in, you know, it's just all the that are like Puerto Rican of his culture. Yeah, and I love his music. I love how dancey it is, and like it's just I love him. Everything about him.
We're all gonna listen to him for the rest of our lives too. It's cool. It's like
I did tear up. Like I was so mystified by that halftime show.
I like erupted into weeping.
Yeah.
Because we're all just so pent up and everybody's so hateful that it was like I forgot that I just needed to see, like, there's so much love in the world, for God's sake.
Yes, it's true. That's so true. Can I tell you something? I was on the way to the Comedy Store and you respectfully had to bow out.
Yes. I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. Nobody, and I love a cancel.
I know. That's what I was like.
I tell my girls, never ever worry about a cancel.
Yeah, Blair was like, "Do you want to go together to this
Earlier
Super Bowl
on the
party?"
week, you know, like an old woman, I was like making a plan.
Yeah, you're like, because I might bail. I feel like if I make a plan, I won't bail. And then day of, I go, I'm bailing.
Carson makes you feel the funniest. What do you do when you don't feel funny? Because sometimes you have, like sometimes you've given me a text where you're like, I don't feel funny.
Yeah, or I feel like me not feeling funny is like almost synonymous in a way that I need to detach from me like not being satisfied with where my career is. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll equate those two things. And they're not equitable. They're not the same thing.
Yeah.
But I'll be like, oh, I didn't get this or I'm not advancing in this way. I must not be funny. When I genuinely don't feel funny, like I can't write. I mean, it happens a lot. It happens to me a lot because I'm like such a sad person generally. But like.
Okay, hold on. I do have to challenge that.
Yeah, sure.
As your friend.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call you a sad person.
Yeah.
I would reframe as a deep feeling person.
That is helpful.
Because like I can see, and just because like I think deep feeling people who are sensitive and very open to the world obviously are more inclined to depression because it's just so much. And especially the way of like the 24-hour news cycle and the way that we're always on our phone, like the amount of input that we get is not natural or normal or healthy. Like I was just talking to my parents about how I'm so glad, like me and my brothers, we grew up playing outside all day. Like
totally.
Because we didn't have phones then.
Yeah.
And, you know, social media didn't really start till like I was in college or a little after. And I'm just so grateful because I was either playing outside or reading. And I'm like, all I did was read. Like I would have a completely different brain.
Yeah, dude,
you know?
it's crazy.
But like,
it is crazy.
But now it's even harder because it's just so much input and it's not enough quiet time with yourself. It's not enough undistracted connection with people that's like unfiltered.
Yeah.
And so I don't know.
No, you're right. Okay, you're right. And what makes me feel funny if I feel unfunny is intimacy with friends. Like that it totally is true. It's being around people. And we don't even have to be joking. Like it is literally just like, but what you just said is very true. I'm going to try to reframe my thinking about that because sometimes I'm like, I'm so in the world. I'm so in every moment. I like it slaps me in the face every day. Does it make you more inclined to sadness and to like feeling everything? Yes. It also makes me very inclined to joy and to like unbridled, unbelievable ecstasy level human happiness, which also happens to me 50 times a day.
Yeah, but same with me. And I've really realized that. And when I was really depressed for a couple of years before, you know, I famously got on Prozac, changed my life.
Yes, love it.
But it was a much more like numb feeling thing where you just like I couldn't feel happiness, like, you know,
it numbs everything. It numbs the sadness. It also numbs. Working out doesn't feel as good. Sex doesn't feel as good. Like yeah.
And so now, as I've like been living in the aftermath of what it to me is like the most extreme tragedy that I could ever experience, is like the pain I feel is so deep, but it also makes the happiness and joy that I feel every day like that much profound.
Yeah, it's that much richer.
And it's hard. It's hard. Like this is why a lot of people like us or artists or sensitive people are addicts, is because it's hard to feel that much.
Yeah.
It's like it takes a
real
yes, anyone does, you know? And so I am grateful to have arrived at that, at least at this point in my life, like because I do have access to a lot of joy, even though like every waking second that I'm not busy, I'm just missing my brother and crying.
I know. It's,
you know, like, and it that's never going to go away. And like, I was with my parents, we were crying, having dinner on Monday, crying, missing him so much. And it's just endless. Like,
I love seeing this man.
Yeah.
I love seeing this man. I love seeing his face.
Who he was like such a titan, and he was so silly, so brilliant, so kind, so gentle, so thoughtful, so creative. so smart, so athletic. Every girl on earth was in love with him.
He was stunningly beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, and just so sweet. Children everywhere would just find him.
That's when you know.
Yes, like that's how much he shined. Like he just vibrate like, you know, and he could talk. Yeah, it was just it's the pain of losing him will never lessen. And I was telling my parents, because you know, a huge part of this is like, aside from my own grief, is like helping my parents get through this, because it is like, I don't know how they even.
And they're older and they don't have, as we said at the beginning of this, like they don't have even the tools that we have. Most adults of that generation.
Like, and they're not like, they haven't been in therapy for 10 years.
Exactly.
You know, like
they don't
even
understand their own
therapy.
brains.
Yeah, like all that. But I was just telling my parents, and I was like, because my mom was like apologizing for crying, I was like, don't, like, this is never going to go away. All that we have to do is learn to carry happiness alongside of it.
Yeah.
Because you can't have any of the expectation that it'll go away.
Yeah, it's not. It's the rest of your life.
It is a pain that is inconceivable and unending.
It is, and you have to be able to accompany.
Well, there's no other way forward.
Yeah, and to accommodate a little bit of happiness.
I am trying to consciously channel it into purpose. Like, so for me, like conversations about mental health, and like mental health stuff, like as my career progresses, will always be like a big thing.
You're literally, I mean, you are in comedy. You're my guru.
Oh, that's really nice.
But legit. I mean, very legit. I'm like, I respect the way you look at the world so much. And now, especially being plunged into it by this insanely traumatic experience, it's like, you're clearly going to make that sort of like mission of yours of making people feel like really respected and loved, like even bigger.
Oh,
that matters. I mean, I can't, everybody listening to this probably knows how much that matters. I'm not crying.
I love you.
At you. I love you too.
Well, yeah, like I just want to be open about mental health. And like I have gotten a lot of messages from people, because we were talking about like up until this far, I only really shared funny stuff on like a funny side of myself online. And so many people have messaged me, whereas I was doing it for my own survival, like telling me how much I have helped them with their own grief and their own, you know, autism diagnosis or their own,
loss,
you know, and you're trying to survive so much in comedy for so long, and like you're broke and you're just scrapping for years. Like you forget that what you do has an impact on others.
Yeah, and then it can be good.
Yeah, and I just want to be like a positive impact. Bad Bunny.
Yes, yes. Oh my God, your stand-up comedy's Bad Bunny.
Oh, thank you.
No, you're so right.
My whole hour right now is about like autism, ADD, OCD, everything, all of it.
Or just like watch me do an hour on my diagnoses and my loss.
That's literally it. Oh, God.
I love it. I'd watch it any day.
I love you.
I love you too, sweetie.
Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah. Certainly.
Okay.
I don't know what form. I don't know when they're coming. I don't know if they're already here. I think I have always had like a healthy, like, yeah, probably feeling of it. I mean, from the moment that you even remotely hear how big the universe, our known universe, I'm like, there's no chance. Like what we've done here is so bad.
I know.
I'm like, it is actually very heartening for me to think about like a society that is functioning. I hope they're out there, and I hope they're crushing it. I hope they don't care what color anybody is.
I hope you're hearing this, because we love you. We are huge fans,
Big
and maybe
fan.
you can let us come too.
Yeah, I'm down. It's a universe of all Bad Bunnies.
Right. We would like to apply for citizenship in the Bad Bunny universe if you would have us. And we're very respectful.
We're very respectful. We're lovely women. We're beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
We care for our skin and others. And we love plants and animals.
Warm,
Yeah.
inviting, very decent, very
Big
honest.
boobs.
Big boobs. Big boobs in the Bad Bunny
Big
universe.
old knockers. So with the Mr. Citizenship, we got big knockers.
Mr. Citizenship. Mr. Citizenship on another planet. I have huge cans.
Got
me and my
huge
friends.
cans, and we have that to offer. You know? Because, the log line of this, and I like to repeat it every episode, is pop culture, womanhood, mental health, and a little bit of aliens.
Love that. I heard you talking about it recently, and you were like, it is for everybody, I guess, but it's mostly for women. And I was like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, well, like we have some radical, cool dudes that listen,
Of course,
and
of course.
I love them, and they're totally welcome. But like, I just feel like a lot of the people who follow me in comedy have gotten to know me through the famous men who generously allowed me to tour with them for years.
Same.
But like I always say, I'm so jealous of Hannah Berner, who has 100%
From
female
the jump.
audience.
Yep.
And you know, women are the ones that spend money, baby.
That is true. They're the one, they have money and they're spending it.
Yeah,
That's true.
Like we're spending our money. Like I can't stop.
Yeah.
Need God. If God could help me stop the spending. So okay. So what do you think an alien is, or like what if you had to guess? Like for you, do you think it is?
I mean, it would be so sick if they were like physical beings inhabiting a planet in whatever form that is. But it would also be really sick if they were just like love and light. You know what I mean? Like it was like don't even have like a corporeal.
Oh, like
form.
you don't have a corporeal.
Yeah.
Did you hear that verbiage? Corporeal form.
You heard it here
Corporeal
first.
form. Space out.
I hope that sticks. Whatever form they want to be in, I don't care. If they want to be a little green guy with a big head, that rolls.
Right.
If you want to be an idea, that's also sick.
Okay,
if you want to be
I
a
have
notion.
This is a spaced out exclusive. We have not had one guest say that you could be allowing the aliens to be an idea or a notion.
They can be a thought.
Yeah.
They can be a notion. They could be I literally, if it appeared to me and was like made itself understood to me, but had absolutely no physical presence, that would be so sick to me.
Right,
I want them to be in the ether.
Well, what's crazy is because, as I say almost every podcast, I never thought about aliens before 2021 when the government said they were real as a result of Tom DeLonge,
Yeah.
Blink 182.
And now Obama is the other day is just casually throwing it out in conversation.
That's today's galactic gossip.
Galactic Gossip.
Today's galactic gossip is we have to discuss Obama saying, he said in an interview that as a former president, he can attest that aliens are real, but that he has not seen one. We also don't know if that's true because he can't be the one to disclose.
Yeah,
that
right.
has to be a very well thought out process from the government, even though they have been slowly doing it. No one seems to care because the
we're
world's
hell.
on fire.
Yeah. It would be so sick if we were alive in a country where that was like the main piece of news.
Yes.
That would be so sick.
So what's confusing to me is the more that I've like read doing a galactic gossip segment every week, and I watched The Age of Disclosure, which was quite illuminating.
I want to see. I haven't seen.
Okay, it's on Amazon Prime,
Okay.
but basically it was like probably the most in-depth, like well researched, and the people that they have speaking are all high up military former alien task force people. So
Crazy.
I mean, it's the most legit one they've probably ever put out. But the thing is, like, there's two schools of thought. Is because there's some people that say they're already among us, and they've already been they're assimilated, and then the other people say they 100,000% exist, but through time and space, they're 2 billion like light years away, and so they can't get to us.
Oh, I see. There's literally too much
I don't
physical
understand.
space.
That hurts my
No,
brain.
it hurt my brain to hear it too, but I think I'm getting it.
The measurement of travel is like, I don't know.
Like time-wise, they wouldn't even be with it. Like it's past the amount of time where they would be communicating with us. Is that what it means?
I don't know. It's like we can't access them through the space-time continuum because we can't get that distance far enough or fast enough.
Listen,
or
I'll
something.
take it.
I don't fully get it.
If they are among us here on land, I have to say they're doing a bad job of whatever they came here to do. Unless they're here to destroy us from the inside out, which doesn't feel, I don't know. I don't want them to be nefarious.
My view is that they are way smarter than us, and they only would intervene if we're about to blow each other up or like ruin the planet.
It feels imminent.
Like right now? Yeah.
And it has felt
you guys
imminent.
Could come down. That'd
but
be
I guess
great.
if they're like all knowing, then they must know that we're farther off than we think we are.
Laura, this was a dream come
was
true.
so fun,
Thank
Blair.
you so much for coming on the podcast. Anything you need to tell our audience?
I don't know. This was really fun, and I'm gonna have a great day because of it. And I love your fans. Anybody that likes you is someone that I would want to like me. So
that means the world to me.
Oh, totally, 100%.
Yeah.
So come see me on the road, and I love you, and thank you for having me.
Love you so much.
Bye, Gilly.
See you soon, Blair Bears.